down, we're saying, Lord, put me exactly where I should be on your plans and in that blueprint. Thirdly, when we pray, thy will be done, we are asking what is in heaven to come down to earth. And notice the little phrase, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now I have to tell you all, I had a little humorous dream. I had a dream about Center Ridge Church, and as I was in this dream, St. Peter welcomed me up in heaven. And I'm up in heaven, and I look, and I walking around, as St. Peter's showing me around. I'm in this room, and there's hundreds of clocks in this room. And I see a little section that says Center Ridge Church. And there's clocks in there. And I look at these clocks, and I notice that some of them are moving a little slowly, and some of them are moving a little faster than others. But they're not on time. None of them are exactly on the same time. I was very curious about these clocks. And I said to St. Peter, I said, what are these clocks for? And St. Peter said, well, you know, up here in heaven, we like to monitor what goes on down in earth. And the section you're in, that's marked Center Ridge Church. And for every person who attends that church, we have a clock. And every time that person sins, the hands of that clock start to move. And I looked around and I saw, I had my directory list, and I looked around and I saw all the members there, and I looked. I said, wait a minute, there's one individual here. His clock's not on the wall, and that's Donnie. And Peter said, come here, I'll show you. So he took me off. He says, now look, this is my office right here. He said, take a look and see. Now, my office is located near Earth, so sometimes the heat of the Earth comes up and it gets a little hot and stuffy in here. He says, come here and look and see. See Donnie's clock? And the clock's going like this. We're using Donnie's clock for a fan. Thank you, Donnie, for agreeing to take the blunt of this joke.
No problem. I'll try to tighten up a little bit.
It is a joke. Now, the point is this. Here on earth there is sin. We're all sinners. Whether our clocks spin a little wee bit or our clocks are going like a fan. Up in heaven, there is no sin. And everyone in heaven is in total, complete obedience to Jesus Christ. So we've got the angels, and we've got the redeemed, those who've died and gone to heaven. They are all in obedience to Jesus Christ. And there's no sin. And so when we pray, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, what we're saying is everything is right up there. And what we want now is for this time, this place, and this situation to be exactly like it is in heaven.
Okay, so you can recruit an individual in your church who doesn't mind humor being directed at him or her. Now, that joke was a little risky, but it was very effective because the individual that agreed to take the punchline was a very jovial individual who liked to joke around with people and cheer people up and show his faith in a very expressive, joyful manner. I caution anyone to just randomly pick someone and do that joke. You must secure the person's permission, and you must be sure that it is applicable and you must be sure that it will be taken extremely well by the congregation. Now, you heard the congregation laughing, and you even heard the individual Donnie chiming in there on Sunday morning in a church service, and it brought a great deal of laughter and joy, but at the same time, it brought me to the point where I could talk a little bit about the absence of sin in heaven. And our prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, is basically trying to say, clean us up, O Lord, and let us be like those good folks in heaven so that we can live a holy, righteous life here on earth and not have to wait till we get to heaven and we enter the state of glorification. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. This concludes the video.